Welcome back. If you're here, you want to get past the surface level and really understand things fast.
And today we're diving into something pretty fundamental. Why is real change, whether personal or organizational, just so difficult?
Exactly. We're using Victor Lung's article, Why People Don't Change Until They Feel It, as our guide.
Mm-hmm.
We all know the usual drill, right? New strategies, restructuring.
Revamped cultures,
Mhm.
updated systems. Yeah, the standard playbook.
But Lung points out, and I think we've all seen this, that stuff often doesn't stick. It doesn't create lasting change.
Right. The core question he tackles is why. Why doesn't pure logic, the rational argument, actually drive significant shifts in how people behave?
It seems like it should.
It does, but Loon's core point is, well, transformation really hinges on a shift in behavior. And behavior. That's driven primarily by emotion, not just data or logic.
So even in, super analytical settings, you're saying feelings are what actually spark the action.
That's the argument. You need that click, that sort of internal aha
Yeah.
moment. That's when the momentum really builds.
An aha moment. Can you give an example?
Well, think about it. It's rarely a spreadsheet that gives you that sudden, profound clarity, is it? It's more like a gut feeling, a deep sense that things have to be different.
You feel it. It's not just an intellectual exercise.
Precisely. Loom uses marriage as an analogy. People don't usually get married just because it makes sense on paper, tax benefits or whatever.
Uh-huh. It's driven by something much deeper. Love, conviction.
Exactly. Powerful emotions. That's
Yeah.
what fuels that kind of commitment.
Okay, so if logic and data aren't the prime movers, what does get people off the dime, so to speak? Lewin mentions crisis. That sounds intense.
It can be. But his point is that crises, they generate really strong emotions. Fear, anxiety, maybe even despair or urgency.
And those strong feelings can push past our usual inertia, our comfort zones.
Yes. They make us willing, maybe even desperate, to abandon old habits that aren't working. There's a quote he references, something like, without a pressing crisis, people just keep doing what they've always done.
That really highlights our tendency to stick with the familiar, doesn't it? Even if it's not great.
It does. We value comfort.
So for leaders trying to drive change before disaster strikes, what's the takeaway? You can't just manufacture a crisis.
No, absolutely not. But you can work to create that emotional connection. Lung suggests leaders need to paint a really vivid picture of what's truly at stake,
Meaning?
showing not just, the potential losses if things stay the same, but also the potential gains. What exciting possibilities could change unlock? Make it feel urgent, but also hopeful.
Connect people emotionally to the mission, make it feel personal.
Right, get them to feel the why behind the change, not just understand the what and how intellectually.
It's about sparking that belief, that feeling of, okay, we really can do better than
They
this.
must do better, and crucially, it starts with me. That sense of personal agency and hope is vital.
So that internal conviction is the real engine.
That seems to be the key takeaway. Lasting change comes from the heart, from feeling it, not just from processing it in your head.
Logic gives you the direction, maybe the map.
But emotion provides the fuel. It's what gets us moving and helps us push through the resistance, the comfort of the status quo.
So the real insight here is that emotional connection, that felt need, is far more powerful than just logic and data dumps.
That sums it up nicely. Speak to people's feelings if you want them to truly move.
Okay, a final thought for everyone listening. Think about a time you made a really big change in your own life. Forget the logical reasons for a second. What was the feeling, the emotional trigger that finally tipped the scales and made you act, maybe overriding all the sensible reasons to just stay put? Mull that over. Thanks for joining our deep dive today.